everyone. Welcome to the part 2 of the community development movements in India. The last class we discussed about the community development, meaning, definition, philosophy and concepts of community development. Community development as a movement designed to promote better living of the family and community with the active participation of the people of a particular community. And we have also seen community as a group of people living together in a geographic area with some sort of we feeling in them. We have also seen that regarding the history of community development, while overviewing the history of community development in India, we have seen that it has been divided into two phases. The first one is a pre-independence phase and the second one is a post-independence phase. In the pre-independence phase, we discussed nearly about 5 projects that had significant impact on the communities in India at that time. And now today we are going to discuss about the post-independence era. In this we will be discussing about 8 major projects which definitely had a significant impact on the community, as I said earlier, like the Etawah Pilot Project, Nilokari Project, Community Development Project, National Extension Service, Intensive Agriculture Development Program, Tribal and Hill Area Development Program, Desert Development Program, Employment Program. So now let's have a deeper look into all those projects one by one. The first one is the Etawah Pilot Project of 1947, which happened in Uttar Pradesh, and Albert Mayer was a key person behind the Etawah Pilot Project in India, and it was in the Mahiwa in Etawah district of Uttar Pradesh, and it was selected as the field to test this development project by Albert Mayer. And initially 64 villages were selected as the pilot project, and later it was referred to as community development project. And the objective of this program was to awaken the desires of the rural population and to make them laborious by focusing on their mental development, development of agriculture and animal husbandry, then development of the panchayats, then providing self-confidence, cooperation and mass participation of the people, then to trace the possibilities of replication of the project across the country. And this was made possible by assessing the needs of the people, then appointing village level workers who can act as a link between the people and the government, then introducing the concepts of cooperatives for promoting savings among the people, then introducing radio bulletins and newspapers for transmitting the knowledges and providing awareness among the community so that the people will get exposed about the happenings of the outside world apart from their community dwellings. Then introduction of health programs, setting up of primary schools and adult education centers across the community, then finding out solutions with the local people and finding the solutions of the local problems within the society with the usage of new and relevant technologies as well, and monitoring and evaluating these programs. And next one was the Nilokari project, which happened on 1948 in Haryana, focusing on the immigrants from Pakistan. And Sri S.K. Day was the person who was behind the Nilokari project and who was the Union Minister for Community Development at that time in India. And about 100 villages were selected for this particular project, and S.K. Day is still regarded as the father of community development in India. The objective of this particular projects were self-dependence in all fields of life, arranging professional training and provide occupation for people based on their experience, eliminating the middleman system from all spheres of development process. And regarding the scope of the work, the work was undertaken in 100 villages, as I said, around Nilokari. And as the project was spread over a large area, the post of village level workers were found to be very significant, along with social development work of officers and block development officers were also established. Cooperative institutions were popularized during that time. Facilities for entertainment were also set up, and an effort was made to establish a socialist society through this project. And third one is the community development project, which was set up on 2nd October of 1952. And independent India had felt the need for an organization with the main objective of the all-round development of the villages with the support of all the countrymen. So with this context, the main philosophy of the project was cooperation and self-help. According to the Planning Commission in 1952, the basic concept of this community development project was like an all-round development of the community, especially those living in the rural communities, promoting communitarian lifestyle, establishing local leadership and institutions that could tackle the local problems, thereby promoting self-help, and to develop a feeling of responsibility, confidence, and inspiration of self-decision making. So, establishing local leadership was also found to be significant for the development of the community during this project period. So, the Planning Commission established 4 village level workers who can work with the community and who can focus on the individual development, development of the family, awareness of responsibilities and self motivation, community development, developing cooperation among the people, creating awareness and confidence in science and technology, developing leadership, rural leadership, then developing rural institutions, developing of other resources for the community development, etc. So the philosophy was promoting the cultural development through rural institutions with the help of rural resource development, and finally by the socio-economic development of the country. So this was the idea behind setting up of community development project in India during 1952. So I repeat, it focuses on individual development, then community development with responsibilities and self motivation through the active participation and cooperation of the people. The people, it was identified that there is a high need to give awareness about science and technology so that the misbeliefs and misconceptions and myths about many things could be easily eliminated from the minds of the people who are basically superstitious and are blindly following many traditions which doesn't have a scientific background. Then development of the family through individual development and mutual development. The next one was National Extension Service in 1953, which covered the entire country with focus on rural reconstruction in providing overall development for the country. So, in order to attain this project, these targets, the Grow More Food Committee suggested the setting up of National Extension Service in India, with the main objective of the all-round development of the rural communities. So, unlike the community development project in India, which I established a year back, this program is still functioning today as the apex body of the community development aspects in India. So, in this program, staffs were appointed and salaries were designated, officers and residents were built for getting maximum productivity from the part of the employers who were really working for this particular course. So, a large amount was provided for demonstration of new and improved technologies in the rural areas with focus on affordable and appropriate technologies. Next one was the Intensive Agriculture Development Program, which is also known as IADP, in 1959 to 1960. So it was focused on 7 major states of the country, and 7 districts were identified from each states. For example, in Tamil Nadu, they focused on Tanjavur, in Andhra Pradesh on West Godavari, in Bihar, Shahabad, in Madhya Pradesh it is Raipur, Uttar Pradesh it was Aligarh, Punjab they selected Ludhiana, and in Rajasthan they selected Pali. Though it was the first major experiment of Indian government in the field of agriculture with the focus on package approach. So special packages were announced for the farmers for improving their crops and crop productivity, and the core philosophy was to provide loan for seeds and fertilizers to the farmers. Here also the program focused on eliminating the middlemen from all all spheres of the development. And IADP was started with the assistance of Ford Foundation, and they suggested community efforts in selected areas with intense concentration on the production of food grains. So the next one was the Tribal and Hill Area Development Program in 1973 to 74, and this particular project again concentrated on 8 tribal districts from Andhra Pradesh, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh and Orissa, and 2 hill areas from Uttar Pradesh and Manipur. And this particular project concentrated on agriculture and horticulture development, cattle, dairy, beehives, and silkworm development, housing for the landless farmers, loans for the laborers, multiple cropping, then land, electricity, and water facilities to be provided. So, the programs undertaken were utilization of land and water for agriculture and horticulture, improvement of land, water, and electricity, minimize traditional planting of trees, and jhum farming on the farms. Jhum farming means it is a type of farming which focus on slash and burn farming. That is, the multiple cropping are being promoted. Shifting cultivation is being widely practiced, and sanctioning of loans to free bonded laborers from landlords were also being established, and they also encouraged cattle development, dairy development, and rearing of piggeries, goats, sheep, beehives, and silkworms were also introduced during this particular plan period. The next one was the Desert Development Program, which was initiated in the year 1977 to 78, which aimed at the integrated development of the desert areas in the country. And the operation areas where 7 states were identified, like Rajasthan, Haryana, Gujarat, and Jammu and Kashmir, and 36 districts were identified with 227 blocks being supervised regularly on overall development of these places. Integrated development was one of the main objectives, along with increase in production and income, creating employment opportunities, animal stock, and electrification. So the major achievements of this particular project were leveling of the land, soil conservation in more than 1,700 hectares of land, creation of water resources, then incorporating research findings, education at different levels, and training programs. So the next one is employment prone program. Uh, as it was identified that poverty was widespread in the country at the time of independence, and ability to use resources and a lack of employment opportunities to earn a living were considered as a contributory factor for poverty. So, resource utilization has been given prior focus, as lack of employment opportunities was identified as the key factor responsible for the poverty. So, focus was given on 5-year plans, industrialization, land improvement, and increment in the national income. So, since independence, organized development activities have helped to increase the production in industries and to eliminate the problem of unemployment. Programs like IRDP, Integrated Rural Development Program, NREP, National Rural Employment Program, TRISOM, Training for Rural Youth for Self-Employment, and Javaga Rozgar Yojana were introduced in the country for eliminating the problems regarding the unemployment. I repeat, programs like IRDP, Integrated Rural Development Program, NREP, National Rural Employment Program, TRISEM, TRYSEM, Training for Rural Employment, Rural Youth, Training for Rural Youth for Self-Employment, and JRY, Javaga Rozgar Yojana were also introduced during this phase. So, these were the community development programs set up by the country after the independence period. So, Itawa Pilot Project, Nilokari Project, Community Development Project, National Extension Service, National Agriculture Development Program, Tribal and Hill Area Development Program, Desert Development Program, and Employment Prone Programs.